I'm Bill.
And I'm Candace.
And we're the Disruptors.
Today we have a very interesting interview that I held with two very charming ladies. One of them was Dee McDermott with the Lions organization, and the other was Christina Turner representing Mary Bridge Hospital and their partnership concerning kids with cancer. And now here's our presentation.
Hi, my name is Dee McDermott. I'm with Lions. My club is Olympia West down in Olympia, Washington. Back in July of last year, we have our new, what's called a district governor, which has 44 clubs under her in our area, had an idea, something that she wanted to promote as her signature project, and it was called Children's Pediatric Cancer. Lions Club International just put that on as a new program in July of 2018. So when District Governor Sharon Sykes came in, we got together, and as of July 1st, 2018, we kicked off this new project. So we're thinking, gosh, what are we going to do? So we got together as a committee. There are 9 that sit on our committee. And we thought, gee, we want to do a partnership in our district with Mary Bridge Children's Foundation Hospital. And so the contact was made, and we were very fortunate. We have Mary Bridge as our partner now, and it's been a great partnership. And representing Mary Bridge is Christina Turner, who is manager of communication development. So we got together, and the good news about this, every year we change district governors. For the next 3 years, they're keeping the same project, childhood cancer. And we had to take off the word pediatric because in Europe, they do not recognize pediatric, the word, so it's now called childhood cancer. So we, my husband and I, along with District Governor Sharon, got together, and she asked if we would share this because we have a personal story that affected us from childhood cancer. So we started working away, and one of the things I always try to ask everybody, do you know every 2 minutes a child is diagnosed with childhood cancer? A partnership was developed. We're on the way. A committee has been appointed. And with the appointment, we are now a 501c3, which is wonderful for donations. And that is carried through the Mary Bridge Foundation. And all donations are 100% tax deductible. Because there's so many areas of cancer, our committee, we were trying to figure out, hey, what are we going to put all of our efforts into. And so we asked the Mary Bridge Oncology Department if they would give us their top 5 priorities. They did that, came back, our committee sat through, and we all discussed it. And what we came out with is our support is going to childhood cancer family support. That is a big, big need because children, when they're diagnosed, your family is number one. You need the support. The parents need the support. The single mom or the single dad need the support. And supporting these children is a healing process also because they know nothing but love. You're with them 24/7. So as we moved through this, we tried to figure out, being a Lions project, Lions are very, very, very much a stipular about they want to know where their money is going.
Very true. That would be very important.
Very much so. So we did a breakdown working with Mary Bridge Hospital. We did a gift breakdown. Whatever you give, your gift is quantified. You get a thank you note from Mary Bridge. They do all of our bookkeeping for us, which is wonderful, and they send out our thank you notes for them. Like, when you're a single parent, how do I pay my rent? Or how do I pay my hospital bill? So we thought, good form, $500 could cover rent. Medical bills, $200. This is per person. Medication and equipment not covered by insurance. We said $175. Utilities, you have to pay those utilities, $150. Electric bill, $125. Water bill, $100. Phone, $75. Grocery card, $50. Gas, $25. These are not large amounts, but if you keep adding this all together, that will help cover this. If you're a single parent, you have no way of paying your rent, putting food on the table, gas back and forth, if you have to take your child back and forth. Mary Bridge has the same quantifiers. If you live so many miles away, you may have to come in and live at the hospital or treehouse, which will be talked about a little bit later. We went through this with a granddaughter. Her son was diagnosed with ATRT, which is a childhood brain tumor. It travels through the fluids of your spinal cord and your brain.
Wow.
He was diagnosed at 3 months. But we didn't know. We kept going from doctor to doctor because they kept saying he had a cold or he had something else. He was teething. Finally, we went to emergency at our local hospital in Olympia. He was diagnosed very quickly. He was medevaced, Seattle Children's. And Wesley lived there for almost a year. They did many, many things to try and correct this. And he had surgery, he had chemo, he had proton, he had radiation. He succumbed to it at about 20 months old. So we learned from that, and that's why Jim and I have taken this on as a project, because we can give firsthand information. Samantha, she has struggled through this, but she has now married. She has a very healthy 14-month-old little guy running all over. She is very much into this project, and she was over for Easter, and she is asking for Lions application to join the Lions.
Well, that's wonderful.
The clubs, this is a club project, and we have had so many clubs coming up with fundraisers. We have pancake feeds. We have theater night for special ed children. We have, there's so much. There's a golf tournament.
A voice sneaks in.
A golf tournament. There's a couple. We have been asked to participate in Kent Cornucopia Days, which is July 12th through the 14th. We are only a board of 9 people. We can't handle it all, so we're going out asking for volunteers to help us on that. We just had another request for Federal Way Lions music in the park. We're going to be discussing that. There's many different ways our clubs are helping out on this. I'm very proud to say, Christina will back up on this one. So far, we have a little over $16,000 that have been donated from July to now.
Wonderful.
Family support, that's where it is. If I can provide any,
well, how long have you been with the Lions?
Let's see. I've been with the Lions 10 years.
10 years with the Lions.
10 years, yes. And active. My husband has been with the Lions about 6 years.
About 6 years, okay. We men takes us a few minutes, to get caught up. We're a little slow.
When I became what they call zone chair, which means zone chair, you have clubs under you. I have 6 clubs under me, and I said, "Are you not going to join when your wife becomes the zone chair?" He says, "Nope." Well, he joined, and he is now a zone club chair.
We also have with us today Christina Turner from Mary Bridge, and let's just take a moment and. Christina, what's going on at Mary Bridge?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me. Again, my name is Christina Turner. I am the Manager of Community Development for Mary Bridge Children's Foundation. And I first just want to thank the Lions of District 19C for all they've done. This has been an incredible partnership that just keeps growing month after month. And it's really important that we wrap around our families who are going through childhood cancer and dealing with it. It's one of the most stressful times in a family's life. And the best part of every donation that's given to the foundation, 100% of every dollar goes straight to the cause. People often worry when they give to a nonprofit, where is their money going exactly? And so we're happy to share that 100% of every dollar goes straight to the families who need it. Our clinical and our social worker staff have access to those funds, and when they see a family in need, they can recognize that and then get them the help they need. I've been in my role almost 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, May
Wonderful.
4th will be 4 years. And I have a fun job at Mary Bridge Children's Foundation. I get to work with external partners.
Oh, okay.
Yes, who want to fundraise.
You're out in the business world.
I am. So I work with all levels. So I call it from the Girl Scout troop, level, doing little fundraisers, all the way up to big, larger corporate partners.
Wonderful.
It's been a blast. Yeah, and I also would like to share, people, when they give to a foundation, they want to know, again, it's going to a great cause. Well, Mary Bridge is a great place to donate. We learned in December that we are one of only 13 children's hospitals across the country that were awarded top hospital status by the Leapfrog Group. And the Leapfrog Group is an independent hospital watchdog organization that has certain metrics that you have to meet to get this award. And so the award is tied to patient safety and quality. And so it was very humbling and very exciting for us to share that award. And so I share that with everyone I speak to about Mary Bridge. I know it's a great place, and the families there are receiving good care.
That is wonderful. Now, how long has Mary Bridge been in existence?
Yeah, since 1955.
Since 1955.
Yes, a lot of people don't realize. They think Seattle Children's is the only dominant children's hospital on the west side of the state, but that's not true. Mary Bridge has been taking care of kids and families again since 1955.
Since 1955. Now, are they a part of the Multi-Care organization?
Thank you. Yes, so Mary Bridge is one of the 9 hospitals that fall under the Multi-Care Health System organization. And so we've got hospitals in Tacoma, Allen Moore Hospital, Tacoma General. We've got in Puyallup, Good Samaritan Hospital. In the South King area, we have Auburn Medical Center. And then last year, we opened Covington Medical Center, has its own hospital now.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and then also last year, we were moved into the east side of the state. And so Multi-Care acquired 2 hospitals in Spokane, Deaconess Hospital, Valley Hospital, and Rockwood Clinics. And so we are spread throughout Washington State, which also kind of puts us throughout the Pacific Northwest as well.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the Cancer Center at Good Sam, for instance?
Yeah, I don't know if I could speak to that today without preparing some notes. But,
just give us a little,
Yeah, absolutely. We do have regional cancer centers. One is Good Sam, and we also have one in Auburn. That supports our South King patients. But those are not just for clinical care, but they also have great resources for the patients and families, kind of like what we're talking about here. Whether you need financial assistance, therapy such as massage therapy, mental health, all the wraparound services are also provided through our cancer center. So it's not just the clinical part, the medicine, physical part.
But it's a whole gambit of things that you do for the kids.
Mental and emotional as well.
I think the most important part, and I'm glad you ladies are coming today to talk about it, is keeping, my wife passed away from cancer in 2002, but keeping the family together, making sure that they feel not put aside, and that warmth and everything is so important, especially for kids, because that has to be a terrible, tough.
Right.
I use the expression when we talk about the family and the children fighting this battle of cancer. I use the expression like it's like wrapping a blanket around your child. It's so very important because they're in a very stressful area. They don't know what's happening to them. The support that's out there for all these kiddos going through this is tremendous. The hospitals, they have a tremendous support system. They bring in musicians, they bring in shows, they bring in puppets, they bring so much for those children. And it's kind of like a camp for some of these kids that are on the mend, and it's a much needed support system. So
I think that in the aspect of that, when you think about it, if the kids stay happy and know they're loved and cared for, that's the first major battle that's won when you fight cancer.
Right.
Especially in a children's situation.
That's what we said. When they recommended that Wesley be sent back home for palliative care while he was still what they called fairly healthy, he was home with us a little over 4 months. That little boy knew nothing but love. He did more things in his short life than he probably would have done when he up to 5 years old. He was sent everywhere. the hospital, Make-A-Wish. There